Hello, guys. I just woke up and here's a couple updates. And I had a dream astral travel sequence in St Lucian where I saw Jesus Christ, full face, everything. Anyway, I'll tell you about that, and I'll give you an update on what's going on in my life generally, because a lot is. All right, here we go. So, 2 weeks ago, I fried my computer and I had to buy a new one. Took me a couple of days to find one that I could buy for under $2,000. And I did. I went to Best Buy to get it. They didn't have it. So I asked them to order it for me because I don't have a computer to fucking order it. We can't do that. It's a third party. Well, I'm like, why are you advertising a third party selling computer company on your fucking website when you can't help me out? So I went to my mom's house, spent all day figuring out email addresses, signing up to Best Buy to order a computer. I can make a long story short, but I ain't gonna. It was hell. Figuring out your mother's all her emails, everything is hell. Anyway, got that done. Found the computer I wanted and ordered it. In 7 days, it'll be here. I had to get a ride from Worsley. A lady, my old boss in Worsley, came to Chatham when the computer came in. She came to pick me up so I could take it home. I was going to take a cab, but she wanted to get her old computer back because she gave me her crappy old one to use the first time, and she's coming back to pick it up and drive me home. So she came and did that for me. That was so bless her, help me out, man. Anyway, I got the computer home, hooked it up, and it works like a charm. It's 27-inch screen, 38 gig Mac. It's beautiful. It's better than my old one. The only problem is I didn't get everything I need off my old one on the hard drives or external drives. So I lost everything on my old computer. So I'm starting brand new. It took me damn near 2 hours to figure out Zoom. They had it nice. Zoom was perfect. I don't know what the hell they did, but they screwed up their company. It took me 2 hours to log in to Zoom or create a new Zoom, retrieve my old people that I had on Zoom, and start a new Zoom. 2 hours just to make these goddamn videos. Anyway, yesterday, that's my update of why I haven't made any videos. Yesterday, I had a dream. I was in St. Lucian, and I got to tell you all about it. So I go to bed at lunchtime just for a snooze so I can make it till midnight, 1 o'clock to watch hockey games, right? Because it's the playoffs and we're winning. Toronto Maple Leafs, we're finally winning after 50 years, 56 years of losing. Anyway, oh, that's so nice. Anyway, I go to sleep. Boom, I end up in a farm. I'm in a farm. Now there's some dream sequencing in the dream. It's not huge, but it happens and it's okay because I'm dreaming. I'm in St Lucian and I'm dreaming and sequencing is happening. So that's what happens. Anyway, we're walking. I'm with a couple of people. I don't know who they are. And I don't see them. They're off to my side doing things, and I'm walking, doing what I'm doing. I'm on an old road. There's a wooden fence, weeds. So I'm walking along the road, looking at the bugs and the weeds. And on the opposite side of the fence is a field, nothing growing in it. It's just a plowed field. And we're coming up to a house, farmhouse on the road. So as we're passing by, I go up to the farmhouse and I'm talking to the farmer. I don't know what I was saying. It wasn't important. He's like, "What are you guys doing out here?" And I'm like, "Oh, we're just looking around." I said, "We're just looking around, getting out of the city for a walk, you know, something different." And he goes, "Okay, well," and I'm thinking he's gonna shoot me because I'm on his property, you know, I'm on his property. But I go around the house. I'm looking at things and I'm done talking to him. I don't know why, but I'm still on guard thinking this guy's going to shoot me because I'm on his property. And so I walk around the house and I'm thinking, why isn't this guy freaking out like everybody else? You just don't let city folk into country folks' property without shooting them because that's the way it is. I couldn't figure it out. Anyway, whatever. So while I'm walking around the house, I'm looking at the house. I'm looking at, his layout of the land. How if I owned a farm, it's a nice farm, beautiful farm, typical farmhouse. I went to the barn. I'm looking for owls in the barn. I'm looking for bird nests and in the barn, swallows, barn owls or any owl. I'm looking in the pine trees. They have big pine trees in the yard, and I'm looking up in them for owls because owls sit in pine trees, especially when the lands have been cleared. All nature, all the animals come to the farm and sit in the barn and do that because they got nowhere else to go. It's like a home base. And if the farmer's cool, you got lots of good things there. If he's not, it's a death zone. Anyway, so I'm looking around, just looking around, and I come between the barn, uh, chicken pen or something. And there's in the house. Anyway, there's ivy growing on the side of the house and around, and grapevines and some other things. I come to this little wooden shed and I see a butterfly sitting on a hunk of wood and or the side of the house or something. So I go up and I grab it and I'm looking and it's big. It's like this big. This fucking butterfly. It's like a paperback book, not bigger. And I'm looking at it and I'm looking at it and I look really close at it and it's a tiger swallowtail male, black version, because there's a yellow version, a female and male yellow tiger swallowtail. Then there's also an alternate male that's black, solid black with white, purple lines on it. Anyway, it's that version. I'm like, holy shit. And it's really rare, especially in Ontario. But anyway, I'm looking at it and I'm looking at it and and it ain't flying away. It's on my hands. So I'm looking at it real close. I'm looking at its head and it turned into Elvis. Dream sequencing. turned into Elvis. It turned into Elvis. Holy shit, buddy. Your head just turned into Elvis. And it's still ain't flying away. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Like it was a full butterfly, but its head turned into a from a butterfly's head and into Elvis's head. There's there's something to that. I'll mention it if I can remember. I just woke up. Anyway. Anyway, so I'm like, I better let you go. I put them back where I found them, and that was that. I couldn't believe the size of the thing. They're big to begin with, but this guy was extra huge. And from Earth reality to this, because I think I'm on Earth looking, walking around. Because it's a dream. I don't know the difference. I just say I'm on Earth. That's my mind takes it. Anyway, while I'm walking, we leave the farmhouse. We're walking on the road. One of my buddies goes and sits with the farmer, and they're talking on like bar stools at the side of the fence on the road. I don't know. Anyway, they're talking face to face, and I look at and he says something to me. He goes, "You like farms, eh?" I go, "Well, I don't like the farming, but I like the farms. I gotta live here. Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks, man. But I don't like all the plowing and fucking pig shit and cow shit and loading it up and all that and farming and picking weeds and stuff. I don't want to do that, but I like the farm. Anyway, I could live here. And that's what I told him. And my buddy's sitting there talking to him. I don't know what about. I look back at the old lady, the farmhouse lady that lives there with the old man, and she's got a baking. She's like she was baking pie or something. She had an apron on. She had a big button. She wasn't fat, but she was older lady. Anyway, she said something to me, and I said, "Well, blah 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 blah." It was all nice, and she said, "See you later." I said, "Okay, I'll see." And I started walking on the path, and I left my buddy sitting there because I'm just walking, and left my buddy sitting there, and I walk on past, and I'm looking at the fence again, continuing on the road. And then my buddy, he was sitting there talking, and I'm looking at him. He's a husky dude. He's like he's a 34 years old, 30 or 40 years old. He's going talking to the guy. And I looked at him. I looked at the guy, talked to the guy, the farmer, and left. And my buddy, he just had like a long sleeve, long sleeve shirt on, but it was one of those light plaid shirts, a button up, like I got. And he had short hair, and he was a normal dude, looked normal. And I didn't even think nothing of it. He looked at me and I looked at him. He had whiskers like mine. Like, see how this is? See how my whiskers are? Well, he was not shaven. He looked like that too. More. He had more growth. And I'm like, whatever. And I carried on walking. And I came across these books on the side of the road. They had take a book, leave a book, sort of thing. Take a book, return it when you're done. Sort of like a case you put books in. So I'm looking through the books and I go, well, this one might be pretty good. And I got distracted and I ran with the book. I left with the book, but I didn't want to take it. I was just looking at the book to see if there's anything cool, but I didn't really want to read it. And I never read the cover of it. So I don't really know what it was about. And I wanted to return it, but I got distracted and left with this fucking book in my hand and I wanted to return it. So I'm left down the road with my friends and I ended up with this book in my hands, but I don't even know what it was about. Anyway, so that was kind of interesting. And then I woke up in bed and I could hear my family up there talking, discussing shit. It was nothing about my dream, nothing to do with me. And I go, "Hey guys, did you see my dream?" And I go, "Oh, I said that to them, spirit family." Throwing my fucking head rattling around. Well, the voices are. And I go, "Did you see anything?" And I go, "Yeah, yeah." I go, "Where was I?" "You were in St. Lucian." My daughter goes, "You were in St. Lucian." I go, "Where in St. Lucian?" "Where is Richard? Where did Richard go?" "St. Lucian." "To the farmhouse. You went to the farmhouse." And they wouldn't tell me. I don't know why. Whatever. There's a reason why. And I go, "I was at a farmhouse in St. Lucian." And they go, "Yeah, yeah." And I go, "Why was I there?" Tina goes, "Taxes relief." I go, "Fuck, what is that?" I go, "I remember that word. I remember that meaning, taxes relief." And I go, "I was there for taxes relief." She goes, "Yeah." And I go, "I get it. I get it. I get it." And what that means is from all the shit you do all day, all the grind, all the crap, all the work, all the bullshit, I was there just to have fun. Just let my fucking problems go and walk through the countryside. Just playing taxes relief. It's not actual taxes, but it is. It represents taxes because you're doing taxes on the earth. You're doing taxes in spirit, fighting with Chris, all the bullshit you got to deal with on the earth, all the bullshit you got to deal with in the spirit world. This is just a timeout to recoup and recalibrate your brain. And they call it taxes relief. That's what the spirit people call it, taxes relief. Anyway, and I go, as I was saying, "Well, I saw a tiger swallowtail and his head turned into Elvis. What does that mean?" And they go, "I don't know." They go, "We don't know. We don't know." And I said, "Why did it turn into fucking Elvis?" And they go, "Well, what species of butterfly was it?" And I go, "Tiger swallowtail, the male version, the secondary, the black version of the male." And they're like, "What? What?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck." Let's talk about ETs, all right? Yeah, come on. So anyway, they don't understand what the fuck I'm saying, and I ain't interpreting. And I'm like, "Forget it. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out myself." And so, and they go, the same time that I was saying that, "Did you see Jesus there?" And I go, "Was he there?" I saw people. I saw the farmer lady, the farmer guy, and I saw another guy. "That was Jesus. Yeah, black shirt on." I go, "Yeah, I saw that guy. He was sitting there talking to the farmer." He goes, "That was Jesus Christ. That was Jesus Christ." I'm like, "No shit. I actually saw him. I actually got a face to him." Wow. And yeah, that's Jesus Christ. So I saw Jesus Christ and he looks just like a fucking normal guy. And they were all freaking out. "Reggie saw Jesus Christ, Reggie." Richie, as in my body, my mind. Anyway, that was cool. So I saw at Jesus Grace. I was a lot younger. I was like, to me, I felt like I was I don't know, a lot younger than Jesus was. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that was that. And the reason I think it's kind of stupid, but it's springtime. All the butterflies are hatching out or migrating up north. And the tiger swallowtail has a physical symbolic meaning. And the male version of it, the black male version of the tiger swallowtail, is really unique. And his face turned into Elvis's. It had a Elvis hairdo with an Elvis face, which represents to me it's a male, because all the species, the male species, the yellow version, are all normal people. Like, look at them as people. All the people are normal, but then you get a unique species that goes into Elvis that represented Elvis. It's a special version of a male, good or bad, I don't know. But anyway, when it turned into when his face turned into Elvis, it was representing my perception of that. It's like I'm sort of like a musician a little bit. I have interest in it. There's singers, songwriters, guitar players, millions of them. And then comes along Elvis, who just tops the fucking charts. Now I heard he stole that from the black guys. I don't know all about that. And my camera quit. The fuck happened? What the fuck?